We're starting the bulletin with a big India Today impact story. The Karnataka Chief Election Officer will submit his report today on the Rajya Sabha bazaar to the Election Commission in Delhi. Remember, on Thursday, India Today had aired a special report which exposed how MLAs in Karnataka asked for 5 to 10 crore rupees to vote in favour of candidates who are contesting the Rajya Sabha elections. Now, reacting to the expose, the poll watchdog had asked for the unedited footage of the sting operation while also convening an emergency meet. Now, the India Today sting had exposed Parliament's worst kept secret and had set the stage for a relook at the Rajya Sabha elections. Let's go across to Anusha Soni joining us live for the latest on the story. A big development expected today, Anusha. The Karnataka Election Commission going ahead and submitting its report. But also the question remains, will they back countermanding of the elections in Karnataka?
Yes, absolutely. That's the big question that's facing. And after the India Today sting operation, many pertinent questions have also been raised about the Representation of People's Act. Now, if you look at that act does cover booth capturing. However, many important elements of corruption that we see in day-to-day these days about the money exchange that follows, that has been recently revealed in the sting operation, remains uncovered. So that is also one of the key demands which is before the Law Ministry. The Chief Electoral Officer in Karnataka is expected to submit its report today. Also, what would be crucial to watch is whether Law Ministry takes some stand in the wake of these crucial Rajya Sabha elections which are upcoming.
Right, Anusha, stay on with us. We're getting in some big breaking news coming in. The Election Commission, we understand, is now gearing up to write to the government to be granted powers to countermand elections whenever there is adequate proof of money power being used to influence elections. Now, remember, this move by the poll watchdog follows on the back of the India Today investigation, which clearly showed how MLAs in Karnataka were willing to sell their votes in the forthcoming Rajya Sabha elections. Joining us live now is Managing Editor of TV Today Network, Rahul Kanwal. Rahul, India Today sting, they're bringing in a huge development. The Election Commission's powers could possibly be expanded, keeping in mind the recent cash for vote scandals that have really rocked this country.
Well, this is very, very significant, happening on the back of this big India Today investigation, which showed how MLAs were asking for between 5 to 10 crore rupees in exchange of their votes to vote for particular candidates in the Rajya Sabha elections. We're now learning that the Election Commission is gearing up to write shortly to the Law Ministry, asking for an amendment to Section 58A of the Representation of People's Act. Let me just try and put this in context for our viewers. Recently, 2 assembly constituencies had voting countermanded because of the huge seizure of cash in Tamil Nadu. However, that was done by invoking special powers under the Article 324 of the Constitution, which provides for extraordinary powers. That's something the EC can do and possibly could do in this case as well. However, they want an amendment made to the Representation of People Act 1951, where they want any instance of money power being used to lure voters to vote for particular candidates should lead to that election being countermanded. That power is currently not available with the Election Commission. That is something that they are pushing very hard for. They're looking currently at the tapes that the India Today investigation have put out, the revelations made in our investigation. Prima facie, they believe that this is a case of violation. Now they're saying, how can we ensure that this doesn't happen in this instance and also going forward?
Right. Rahul, thanks for joining us with those details. A very significant development expected there on the front of the Election Commission gearing up to write to the government. Let's get in a quick word from Pratibha Raman. She's joining us live from Bengaluru. Pratibha, as far as India Today's sting is concerned, we're seeing maximum impact really not just on the EC front, but also in Karnataka as well. Take us through the political ramifications of that expose.
Well, in fact, Bengaluru is going to be one of the hot seats here with respect to the Rajya Sabha elections as far as that is concerned, because mainly the Congress as well as the JDS are in short of votes, because both of them have at least about 33 plus votes and JDS has about 40 plus votes, considering that the Congress now fielding a third candidate. So it's totally a blame game that is happening between, not really between the candidates of the Congress as well as the JDS, MLAs, but more so between Siddaramaiah as well as HD Devegowda here. But considering that the Election Commission will be submitting a report, we'll have to look at whether the need for countermanding the elections will actually happen or not. Number one. Number two is also the fact that the Election Commission has now asked for complete powers to countermand the elections, because if you look at the People's Representation Act, it only gives them powers to countermand the elections only when it comes to booth capturing. But booth capturing is now a thing of the past. So now that money, high stakes, as well as political bigwigs and bigger reputations are concerned, all eyes are on the Rajya Sabha seats election.
And
here.
it's very clear that the EC needs to step in now, considering not just India Today's expose, but also what we witnessed in the Assembly constituencies of Tamil Nadu, where it was clear that cash was being distributed to voters. For the moment, Pratibha and Anusha, thanks for joining us. We'll continue tracking the latest developments on the story.